Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Friday. Thank you guys again for another amazing week full of pre-records, hot, messy topics, and everything in between, especially our hot, messy topics. We just started it recently, not even a month ago, and you guys have really been showing up and showing out. Of course, tonight we will be doing another hot, messy topics. And for you guys who don't know, I'm going to keep reiterating this for at least 2 months probably. It's a subscribers only live chat. So we have a lot of people in the chat. We have a very fun, unfiltered, opinionated conversation. If you guys want to join in, all you have to do is simply click that subscribe button. It's not that hard. But today we're not back to talk about that. We're back to talk about the fact that Lala Kent is slamming her co-star James Kennedy for his California sober lifestyle. She had a lot to say on Watch What Happens Live, so we're going to jump into all of that. We have all the details. But before we do, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like James Kennedy and his California sobriety, well, it was a hot topic on Watch What Happens Live. And Lala Kent has had a lot to say about that. And he's not the only person she's kind of slammed for this California sober lifestyle. She's also slammed Demi Lovato, so she's on a roll, but she has some very strong feelings about it as she is sober herself. But she's saying her kind of sober and their kind of sober, well, they're two totally different things. Now, I don't want to put words in her mouth. This is what was said. After Vanderpump Rules season 9, I believe it was episode 1 or 2, Raquel, who's now James Kennedy's fiance, revealed that James is sober, but he smokes weed daily. Now, Andy Cohen noted that California sober to him means, well, California sober is when you quit drinking and you decide to say, I'm going to smoke marijuana. Lala doesn't agree with this, and she slammed this whole concept as incredibly disrespectful, especially after all of the hard work she's put into it and the program that she's in, where she sees many other people really working their ass off in order to maintain their sobriety. Lala said, it's not a real thing. You're not really sober. The term is dry. Lala used to be an addict of all substances, which she's opened up about, and now she is offended by the fact that James is claiming this is his new way of life. I'm California sober. Lala said, I'm obviously in the program. I'm in with a lot of incredible men and women who do everything in their power to never pick up any sort of substance. So to hear someone say, I'm California sober, it doesn't sit right with me. She added to that, because I'm a person who used to only drink and smoke weed and she almost lost her life. So I don't like it. Lala also went on to say that any sort of little substance can be triggering to some people. So she feels the idea of being California sober is degrading to those who work hard and actually trying to remain sober. For me, I just think, I don't know, just don't disrespect people who work really hard to never pick up anything and remain in the right frame of mind at all times. She's really taken this one to heart. Now, during this episode, Katie Maloney was also in the hot seat, and Andy Cohen asked her, do you think that there are any double standards with some of your other co-stars? He asked, do you agree with Lala when she said that everyone was way more understanding with James this week than they were with her last week? And of course, this was a fan question, and Katie had something to say. Katie said, yeah, I do think there's a fair amount of coddling happening, and not so much when it was Lala going through a difficult time. It was much more just like, you need to buck up, suck it up, and move forward. And when it happens with James, well, it was just like, be gentle with him. I've seen that over the years with him. Let's coddle him and make sure that he's okay. Now, I can definitely see that, and I see her point of view. It does seem like James kind of does. I mean, it does. It seems like he gets coddled. And he used to also say, for a lot of people who don't know this, he used to say back in the day that his mom knew Lisa and Ken. His mom got him the job, and his mom made sure that he was going to be on Vanderpump Rules. When I first met him, I was at Sheena and Mike Shea, that's her ex-husband. I was at their Christmas party, and James said, just to be fair, I'm going to be on next season of Vanderpump Rules. I'm hooking up with Kristen off to the side. Nobody knows this. I'm going to get in there. Don't worry. Like, watch me go. He was so excited, and that's exactly what he did. He had a plan, and he used Kristen in order to get his way onto Vanderpump Rules. Because if you saw, they had a very tumultuous relationship. It was up, then it was down, then it was back up, and then she became obsessed with it. It was an absolute nightmare. But when we were doing it wasn't a filming event. actually, and it wasn't even me who was there. It was a girl who I used to talk to who was a host. She went to this filming event that was at Pump, and it was when all of the cast, they were getting chastised over this big argument and fight that they had between Tom Sandoval and James Kennedy when he punched Tom in the face and they got into this whole fight. When Lisa was addressing it, my friend said she even looked at James and said, "Stop telling people I know your mom and your mom got you the job. I don't know your mom. Okay, just to be fair, I don't know her. So stop telling people that." And I was like, oh, that is like, what an insult. But also, if she doesn't know her, you can't go around and act like you have this relationship, because of course Lisa's going to hear about it and she's going to put it to bed. So I think that's fair too. I'm so curious though, because there's a lot going on in the Vanderpump Rules world with season 9, and a lot of people are very unhappy with the new season after some of the former OG cast members were cut from the show. Not saying that they shouldn't have been cut, but the dynamic has definitely changed and the ratings reflect that. Now, I've asked you guys multiple times, are you interested in Vanderpump Rules season 9? Now we've had 3 episodes. Is it grabbing your attention? And I've read some of the comments and some people are saying it feels like there are no authentic relationships anymore. We started off the cast in season 1 with a bunch of people who were sleeping together. They were best friends. They were cheating on each other with their other friends. It was a whole messy nightmare, but it was reality TV gold. And now it just seems like these people are a bunch of acquaintances who barely know each other. And when they're not filming, they don't even talk. It is kind of, well, it's one of the most awkward things ever, because season 1 through 8, well, season 1 through 7, really, the cast members talked on and off camera. They worked together. It was a very real dynamic. And I feel like that, well, I feel like that's what might be lacking here. Sorry. All right, guys, I want to know what you think about Lala slamming James Kennedy for his California sober lifestyle. Do you think it's a little bit too much what she's saying, or do you agree with her when she says you can't just say, "I'm not drinking, but I smoke weed every day," because then you're dry. You're not sober, because she is in a program where she works with a lot of different men and women who are working really hard in order to make sure that they don't pick up any substances at all that could trigger their sobriety. I feel like she has a point. But again, I'm asking you guys. All right, well, with that, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. We will be going live tonight for another round of hot, messy topics to end off our week, and then, of course, we'll resume them back on Monday. It's going to be a lot, but happy Friday. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. Make some memories, stay safe, and have a mimosa. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.